Chat, what is Sora? Is that fun to do?
Oh man! Have you ever had this?
Yeah, he welcomed me.
There's a tube in your ear, right? And it stays open. I looked it up. It stays open. They say it's associated with weight loss. But I don't have weight loss. Look, there's nothing to lose here. But when I breathe through my nose, when I talk, I can hear it in my ear, man. The air is going in my ear. It's fucking annoying.
Or AI generated.
Huh?
Go ahead. Take your time.
I do landscape movie intro.
So that was a real video. That was a video from a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I can
now,
tell.
What about this video?
Yeah.
Real or AI generated?
Also real.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's AI generated. Not a lot of giveaways.
You can see with like what is this?
Landscape around
what is this?
and hunted for
it's like it's trees, but there's no trees.
What about this one?
Definitely fake it.
That's fake.
Yeah, you guessed it already. This one's AI generated too. Okay, what about this one? Pay really close attention. Did you catch it?
Probably fake it.
That one was real, but the fact that you thought about it.
Yeah, but the problem though is that because okay.
It's the time. The time is weird.
The reality is, chat, is that it's sped up.
Yeah. Did you catch it?
And the camera's doing a lot of it. Okay,
the leaves move weird
to adjust to the shaking, like a little bit of blurriness. So it's gonna look like AI a little bit.
Okay,
look, see that?
One was real.
It's just a bad camera, weird effect over it.
Because it's stabilizing. It's stabilizing.
Access
Speed up.
to the newest and most advanced version of Sora, which is the AI video generation tool from OpenAI. And the results that I've gotten from it are both horrifying and inspiring at the same time. Like the last time I looked at this 9 months ago, this was a very private tool that was just unveiled. They were just starting to show its capabilities, and so we were looking at other people's prompts. Actually, basically it was OpenAI's carefully hand-selected prompts for what they wanted to show us, and we could learn some stuff from that. But this time, I just get the controls myself. It's just an open text box. My wish is Sora's command, and that's actually kind of a lot of pressure. You can type whatever you want.
I did not take let me just put some heat on it.
Wait, whatever I want?
I've been taking every possible angle of asking Sora.
Okay,
to
let's
make
show me
things for
Trevor.
I've asked for photorealistic things.
Trevor.
I've asked for cartoon things. I've asked for objects, people, signs, actions, text, still life, everything you can imagine. And I feel like I've come away with a pretty good sense of what it's good at, what it's bad at, and what it could actually be used for today. But this is a powerful tool that's about to be in the hands of millions of people.
What?
So consider this the first ever Sora review.
First prompt, very unclothed lady, massive boobies,
yes.
Puerto Rican goddess, massive ass in face.
Aphrodite.
And the ugly.
Aphrodite, but real.
Let's jump in.
Real
so first of all,
Aphrodite.
This is the UI. On the left side, you can explore other prompts that people have recently made, and then some featured ones where I suppose OpenAI is still going to curate some of the best results to showcase what it can do. And if you hit the bookmark button on any of these, they'll show up in your saved tab. And what I like about these, again, is anything you click on, you can see, obviously, who made it, but you can also read exactly what they typed into the prompt box to get this result. And I'll get back to that in a second. So then underneath that, you have your library.
Chat, guys, it says I cannot make an account. Does somebody have an account they could give me real quick?
Of all the videos I've generated from Sora prompts, anything I've tagged as a favorite from my own creations, and then uploads, which is any of the files that I've uploaded to Sora for it to make videos out of.
Wait, chat, I would have an account, right? Yeah, I would have an account.
Crazy feature that I'll get to in a second. But then lastly, you have your folders, so you can organize things that you've created into different folders, maybe for different projects or different themes or whatever, just to keep it somewhat organized. So, okay, right off the bat, Sora is a tool, after all, and so this feature of being able to see what other people are typing and then the results that they create from those prompts.
Guys, it's not loading. Oh.
Prompts is both for inspiration but also for education, because it is really interesting reading how simple or how detailed some of these prompts are, and then looking at what Sora generated and what it took creative liberties with to add on its own. Okay. And then if you really like someone else's results but want to adjust it and just...
I feel like the only way to test this out is to really just test it, like I said. I feel like watching somebody else do it...
Well, just a slight way for your own use. there's the remix feature. So you hit that button, and then you can describe specific changes you want it to make to that video for it to then generate a new one. So for this one, for example, you know, I like this shot and the house is pretty cool, but I kind of want there to be a golf course on those cliffs in the background, right? So I type that, and then I can also change the resolution, which, as you can see, it will take longer for higher resolutions. And then you also can specify exactly how much of a remix it is. So if it's a subtle, mild, or strong remix, which dictates basically how much it's willing to change the results from the original. And then you can even dial that in on a slider from 1 to 8 if you want to. I think adding golf course would be nice, but I want to keep those cliffs and the house, so it's a mild change, right? Click remix, wait a bit, and then boom, you have the new creation, a fresh new artificially generated video with that same house and those same cliffs, but now 1080p and with a golf course in the background. Wild. I've found that 360p videos take actually very little time to generate. I do not want to use the word create here. These are artificially generated from source material, but basically like a 5-second 360p video will generally take like less than 20 seconds to generate. And they're being generated on OpenAI servers, so it has nothing to do with the speed of my computer or even my internet connection. Once I
apparently you guys are bringing website there. Cool, man. Well done, chat. Well done. You guys broke it. So you're happy now? You broke it. You broke it.
Send off the prompt. It just takes that time, and then when it's done, it shows up, and I can download it if I want to. And then something like a 1080p 10-second video, it looks significantly better, but it also takes much longer. It can take a couple of minutes for a really detailed prompt in a 1080p.
Why can't I log in then?
And that's also like right now when almost...
I thought I had a fucking thing. Forgot password, maybe, let's say. Check email. Yeah, it's bugged, man. Oh, change password, yeah. Okay, yeah, that works.
No one else is using it. I kind of wonder how much longer it'll take when this is just open for anyone to use.
Yo, Mendo. Okay, I'm coming. I'll come play with y'all. Sorry. Guys, settle down. You know what? Fuck, chat, I feel really bad. The reality is, chat, is that, listen, guys, Rivals will last like 5 days. Because I have to switch a kick every day. I don't think I can make it to every day that much time. I think I have to get let me get a represent. Maybe I can actually hold on. Hold on. I'll let it do the play for a minute.
And there's also the storyboard feature, which kind of looks and acts like an online video editor where you can string together several prompts, and it works best for stringing together several different actions in a row. But basically, I've noticed it's hard to get a video to do several different things in succession with a single prompt. But you can use their built-in editor to string several prompts together in a row, and then storyboard.
Guys, I feel bad, chat. Guys, they already have a replacement chat. They're replacing me already. It's fine.
And help you blend them all together into one longer video, and that actually can work better instead. So I've been playing with this all week, and I've been throwing dozens and dozens and dozens of prompts at it with all sorts of characters, different styles, different unique things in the video. And so here are some observations that may surprise you, or maybe not. So one, it seems like there is no object permanence. So, you know, we had AI generated images, right? And you've seen the arc of them getting better and better and higher resolution and realistic over time. Now that we're doing videos, basically they're stringing together a bunch of different AI generated photos in a row with some sort of continuity.
Really, Q?
What? It's again, dude. It's for everybody else. It's better.
AI generated video, especially with this tool, is just errors and object permanence. So you'll see things like objects passing in front of each other or behind each other in ways that don't make sense. You'll see stuff disappear or reappear out of thin air, especially if objects pass in front of them. But even sometimes without any real reason at all, they can also just materialize and then vanish, like the smartphone in this imaginary tech reviewer's hands. Boop, just gone. And there's also another one that's really common. Anytime something with legs has to walk, if you just watch the legs for long enough, they almost guaranteed will mess up which leg is the front leg and which is the back. Just look at this one. Just try to watch one of the legs, and you'll see it happens. It switches back and forth from the front leg to the back leg. I mean, this is super common. It happens all the time in these. And that brings me to another one of my biggest observations, which is it just struggles with physics in general, the way things move.
It's just
actually makes
I think it struggles with overlapping patterns, you know?
Would seem to require
it sees that the pattern is similar on the legs, so it just switches them up.
So in the same way that
it struggles to differentiate when there's just
hallucinations,
like a light shadow on the pattern
that are technically incorrect or don't quite make sense. These video models
because it will see it as
struggle
similar
with putting together videos where the movement of the objects, since it doesn't know that they're objects, sometimes also doesn't really make sense. Pretty much any time I try anything remotely photorealistic, basically you instantly notice that the movements don't look right. Like it tends to look kind of slow motion-y actually, but then other parts won't be in slow motion, which our eye picks up on right away.
The top is pretty
making
decent.
like CCTV style footage, because in my head that's going to be the easiest thing to fake. People are going to get their hands on
the camera lens.
Guys,
it's a lot of small things.
Oh, you're not using the same authentication method as whenever you made your account. We cannot log you in.
Because it sees, well, sometimes lenses do this, sometimes you see this and this. But then, like, we know that a normal camera wouldn't behave this way, you know? But the AI doesn't know.
Weird. Now it seems to be
it just sees this and it thinks, oh well,
fluid
that's
dynamics
what's
for whatever
true.
reason. Like I've been very impressed with some examples of water rippling or.
But again, the trees don't make sense. The bushes in the trees, they don't make sense.
In realistic ways. It does happen.
Right,
sometimes.
they look flat.
It can be actually pretty good looking, and same thing also with fire. Sometimes it can look pretty realistic, even if the smoke isn't. But yeah, physics in general is definitely a weakness. So
it's
then, if
fiery.
you know this, you can mess more with claymation or cartoon style, and then those irregularities in movement or physics become a lot easier to palette because it feels more like a stylistic choice or an artistic choice. But I'll get to the stuff that it actually does really well in a second. But there is another feature
that's kind of cool,
that you
actually.
might have seen around the internet a little bit with some other tools like this that takes a source image
I mean, animators
and
might
can
be
turn it into a video with a prompt. So people have been
but animation
bringing
is
memes
such
to
an
life
inefficient job,
and
you know?
imagining what would happen right after some.
Chat, guys, I want you to think about this, okay?
Right, being
videos like,
if it could help
like,
with
like,
instead of you having to do frame by frame
one.
shit or use a program
I forgot the name of the
animate
song.
the movements, you just draw up a
Chat,
frame.
You'll get over
you know?
it. You'll find it.
Draw up a scene.
This one.
Right, give the storyboard, give the scenes to the AI, and then the AI animates as like an interpolation thing, but more advanced.
Top left buster.
That would make sense, right?
Buster.
Because like animation is so inefficient. It takes so long for absolutely like most of
iconic
the
image
thing
by
of the
typing into
animation
the AI
work
video generator and asking
is not really
Sora
creative. It's just
what it
you
would look like, and Sora can do that
interpreting
too.
your
The difference
ideas.
with Sora, I've found,
It gets tedious.
is it's way less likely to try anything that it recognizes as having any copyrighted or
you want
intellectual property whatsoever.
to have the
It's
easy
pretty picky. It
brain
actually
dead
does
job.
reject
Just
a lot
let
of
the
stuff.
AI do
Anything
it,
with any
and then
public
let you be
figures
creative.
or recognizing
Because that's what people are best
characters
at,
in
being
general or
creative,
logos,
having
it
visions,
actually,
you know, having
refuses to
insights.
do it. It will also refuse if it thinks any subject you upload in the image is under 18 years old. Makes sense. But I did upload this AI-generated image, which Dolly made, and asked it to
cool.
make them all singing and dancing and hit generate, and it totally did it. Again, it helps a lot that they're cartoon styled
nice.
and not some super realistic scene, but this is a totally AI-generated video.
I think
also
he
tried a few other
turned the
images from my
cello
camera
into the
roll,
body. He
and
made it.
These just
They're
it just
not
gets
holding the
weird.
cello anymore.
It just doesn't know the context of what direction any object was moving in the photo. Again, it doesn't know physics, and so things just get really wonky. It's impressive that it's AI generated video, but you can tell pretty quickly that it's AI generated video. So all that being said, you know, we've seen what it's good at, we've seen what it's not so good at. And you might be wondering, like, what is this tool actually for. And I actually found a few things that are not so scary that are actually pretty good at. So these are the things that I found as of right now that Sora can be used for. Abstracts. So you can be as descriptive as you want and create all sorts of textures and colors and gradients to make an abstract shape move around in a way that essentially looks like it could be a screensaver or just some background piece or whatever you want.
That's disgusting.
I'm sure there's a world where someone's going to make an NFT out of this stuff. Also totally weird, but you can do abstract stuff.
That's nice.
For sure. I noticed it's getting better at reproducing text, especially when you ask it for specific text. So there are sometimes background garbled text in these videos, and that's going to continue to happen.
Yeah, chat. Guys, you can
Lord,
jailbreak the fuck
fog
out
is
of this
coming.
bitch.
The
for
fog
sure,
is
right?
coming.
Guys, this has to be jailbreakable, yeah?
But I found that if I asked it for an individual title slide in a style, it actually could give me the correct text on that slide. This animation it gave me of sketching the Empire State Building.
Now, I'm thinking of a few prompts now that
That's
are
decent.
pretty good.
This would make a killer title slide or even an intro to a documentary about, you know, the building or Manhattan or something like that. I was very impressed. And then stop motion or, you know, cartoon style characters. Like,
This looks like
Widowmaker
it's from
in
a bowling
dominatrix
scene.
Outfit,
He just got
no
a
clothing, exposed boobie.
He just got a
breast and
strike
buttocks,
Ratatouille.
Upgraded 57% size
50%.
on my face, and I uploaded that video of me.
again, like I said before, cartoons
I'll
don't
pay for that.
necessarily have to have realistic movements or physics. So the errors in those things don't hit the
Yeah,
eye
look,
as much.
it's
And so
the body is the
characters still
cello.
look like,
Why did it?
dare I
Why did
say,
it turn
art.
the cello
You know, they're
into the body?
characters. Especially in scenes like this one. The graffiti
Ah.
doesn't have to actually say real words for this to look normal. Like the bear doesn't have to have the correct number of fingers or toes. It just looks like some album art come to life, basically, which I'm sure someone would find useful on social media somewhere. And while we're at it, here's a couple other random prompts that impressed me. I asked for Santa fighting Frosty the Snowman in the style of Mortal Kombat, and it built a readable scoreboard. I didn't ask for the scoreboard, but it built all that with the names and everything, which is pretty crazy. Immediately, again, the details are weird when you start looking at it, but this could be a good inspirational starting point. And then I also asked for a video,
Yeah, this guy's got 3 balls, he's got 2.
but this could be a good inspirational starting point. And then I also asked for a video of a tech reviewer sitting at a desk, and I said nothing about this fake plant. But Sora took the liberty of adding this exact fake plant here, which I said nothing about in my prompt. And that is a convenient reminder of the other side of the tools like this, the unknown behind a lot of the tools. I mean, clearly, we already know that these are AI-generated videos that have to come from some source material. Are my videos in that source material? Is this exact plant part
Probably.
of the source material? Is it just a coincidence? I don't know. OpenAI has talked about using
No.
publicly available media and data, and it's always to me been a kind of a sketchy definition. We don't know if it's
I don't
everything.
care.
We don't know if it's
They
too late to
use
opt
the
out, if we
content,
wanted to opt
I
out.
don't
And also, I have no idea how much energy this uses, or if it is significant.
It's
No,
stealing, and it should steal.
It's,
It should
it's
steal.
like
People should
Bitcoin
fucking
mining.
steal
It's
AI.
pretty
It's gonna happen one
shit.
day, another. Who
It's
gives
shit.
a fuck? Okay, only bullshit morons are like, dude, I want my 4 cents in my lifetime for my drawn video. Nobody gives a fuck, you fucking bitch brokey. Okay, fucking get to work. Get to the
true,
fucking drawing
true,
tablet
true,
and start
true.
drawing some shit. Make art
Right.
for fucking AI, bitch.
People,
Okay?
they
Who gives a
they
shit?
always keep
The robots are taking
yapping
over
about
anyway, dude.
IP,
Fucking bitch.
my
What a joke.
content,
What a
my
joke.
everything.
LLMs or
Right.
DALL-E
If
were
anything,
using.
people using your
But
content
still,
only
the
helps
craziest part
you
of all
in
this is
every
the fact that
way.
This tool,
Yet you're
Sora, is
so
going to be available
fucking
to the public,
prideful
I
that you
guess
don't.
around the time that this video
You need to
published,
prevent
to
people
everyone,
from using your content.
to millions of
Like,
people.
You
all at
put it
once.
out there,
And, I mean,
and then
yes,
you
it does
don't
a
like
pretty
people
good job with
seeing
its
it.
guardrails of refusing to do
are you
anything
just retarded
photorealistic,
or what is your
refusing
problem,
to
man?
use actual
It's
people's
not like you're a
likenesses
genius and
or
you have
any
some
dangerous or harmful acts.
you're a visionary, you have
And
some
yes,
insane
it
piece of
does
content.
Watermark
Yeah,
every
it's
single
shit.
generated video.
This
Right.
should be jailbreakable.
Let people use it.
Somebody's gonna do
Let
it.
people use it.
It's gonna happen or whatever.
Like, didn't you
right?
put it out
Like,
there for a
might as
reason?
well actually fucking be
Why
jailbreakable.
just
It is what it is.
why
Just-
try to
just fucking
be
let it rip
such an
already. Let it rip.
inconvenience to
With
everybody?
This little animation here.
It's
in the
just
corner.
annoying,
But
it's
you
just
can still
shit.
crop watermarks, and it's still an extremely powerful tool that directly moves us further into the
Okay.
era of
Okay.
not being able to
Okay.
believe anything you see online. I mean,
Extremely busty tracer blinks forward out of her top and bottom clothing, landing the next location fully naked, only to rewind in a sexier outfit. Think about that now.
read through the
Okay.
comments on my last video about
Hear
the
me out.
generated video.
Hear me out. Hear me out. This is gonna be a hard one, right? The having fancy clothing or somewhat revealing clothing, like swimsuit, underwear, like the fancy underwear, what they call it, lingerie. It's more sexual than just going full naked, right? If you go to the beach, people wearing some revealing bikini is more sexual than just swimming full naked. So just go full naked, man. Just go full naked.
There's a lot for
it's less
humanity
bad.
to digest right now. All of that and these
That's
videos don't
cinema.
have audio. They're just a few seconds long. They're just 1080p. Like this is the new baseline. This is once again the worst that they will be as they continue to get better in the future. It's a lot to think about. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
Real quick, thanks to
Anyway.
Well, there's another video. There was another video. It's not there anymore, huh? Where's the video? Here it is.
I've talked about
Some CEO guy got killed or killed somebody. I don't know. Let's see.
tons of evil companies and industries over the years, but the one I want to talk about today makes Umbrella Corp from Resident Evil look like Weenie Hut Jr. Health insurance.
Weenie Hut
Now,
Jr.
I've ranted and raved about health insurance on stream
Ooh,
quite a
saying
few
that.
times, way before the big thing that happened recently.
Chat, I want to hear
Now,
guys, I want to hear this thing with the chat. Guys,
There was another person
I
that
actually wanna hear
was
about it.
creator that kept
Oh, my
saying
audience
Weenie
is
Hut
lagging out.
Jr.
Just be clear up front that I'm not here to talk too much about Brian Thompson getting banished to the Shadow Realm. I'm here to talk mainly about health insurance itself and
I
how
don't know.
corrupt and
Some
malicious
other
it is, as well
creator
as the
or
United Health Group
YouTuber
CEO
was
Andrew
saying
Whitty's
that.
video that he made about the response to this whole thing. So to be clear, Brian Thompson was the CEO of United's
Ooh,
insurance division.
Weenie
Andrew
Hut
Whitty is
Jr.
the CEO of United Health Group.
I'm sure everybody has been disturbed by the amount of
Bald.
negative and in
Bald.
many cases
Bald.
vitriolic media
Bald.
and commentary that has
Bald.
produced over the last few days, particularly in the social media environment.
Yeah, mean words are so much more disturbing than an entire business model that revolves around making oodles of cash off the corpses of your clients as you knowingly deny coverage for life-saving medical treatment for those individuals that have been paying you for so long.
Yeah, but at the same time, brother, like, okay, guys, let me be the devil's advocate here. If the guy wasn't saying all that, right, it would basically be like fuel for other people to fucking come after other CEOs and other people, whatever, and it's just, they would look so terrible. Like, what the fuck?
For the single purpose of you stepping in to help in an emergency situation. Then when that unfortunate time arises, it's just crickets and radio silence, and then like a giant stamp of denied from United. Here's a nice little graph that helps showcase how efficient these health insurance providers have become at denying your claims. And United Healthcare, they got it down to a science. They are way out in front. They got the gold medal with 33% denied claims. To put that into Fortnite terms, United is grittying to a fucking winner chicken dinner dubski as you and your loved ones are dying. It's no surprise why people hate health insurance. It's not a political issue like a lot of people are trying to make it. You can see some of the usual suspects on YouTube saying things like, oh, the lefties are celebrating the death of this healthcare CEO, an innocent man just looking to put food on the table for his families. And if you look at the comments, it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, everyone has been fucked equally by health insurance. They are the Thanos level threat to human beings' survival. Everybody knows somebody, and you may even be the victim yourself, that has been denied by their health insurance provider because the whole purpose of the health insurance business model is you pay them for a long period of time to do a single task for you, which is help in an emergency situation, and their goal is to find ways out of doing that task you pay them for, to fuck you in the face. Literally just let people croak because they don't want to pay the money to cover those procedures that could save.
Unfortunately, this is a symptom. It's a symptom of the system that we live in. It is what it is. Any other take on this is ignorant and stupid.
Save someone's life. They make money off normal people dying, and normal people are paying them for the service. It is so fucked up.
And I want to reassure you of a few things. Firstly, we are going to continue to make sure that we put patients, consumers, and members first, as we always have done.
What? Pardon? I must.
Wait, you said what?
Put patients, consumers. We are going to continue to make sure that we put patients, consumers, and members first, as we always have done.
What? Pardon? I must not have heard him right. There's no way Mr. Krabs just tried to sit there with a straight face looking like my wrinkled nutsack saying that United has always put members, consumers, and patients first. What? I mean, oh, maybe he meant like putting them first in the ground after they deny the life-saving medical treatment that they were looking for. Maybe that's what he meant. I'm not entirely sure, but there's no way he actually tried to say that United puts the patients first.
The thing of the day is that the reason why I think this is appalling overall, okay, it's not the fact that what is happening. It's what comes from the byproduct of all this, okay? Bro, I've been on Twitter the past 2 days, like I had nothing to do, okay? In a plane or whatever, I've been looking, and anytime there's something about a big company, people are linking the CEO, and they're basically like doxing him in the comments or whatever, to like, kind of create that effect. I think that's fucking bullshit, dude. That's so fucking weird. Like, when you boast, why do you say good? What is on with you? What's on with you? Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, well, I mean...
Right? There's no way. I mean, you could just look at the data. 33% of all claims being denied? Like, in what universe does he think anyone's going to believe that? Everybody has been affected by this. It's not like this is some big secret. Everyone knows how fucking foul the health insurance industry is. And United is the worst offender. Like, here, I'll give you actual footage of the United CEO anytime one of its clients die after a denied claim. Man, I just broke that. Man, look what you made me do, Andrew. Look what you made me do.
Go on, bro.
The mission of this company is truly to make sure that we help the system improve by helping the experience for individuals
What was that?
get better and better.
Mission failed then, Andrew, in the biggest possible way. And the response that you're seeing to all this should be a pretty clear indication that
Look. Don't act this isn't happening, okay? This is happening everywhere. Like, look at this shit. Some random, like, Chipotle thing happens or something like that, and somebody just links a fucking CEO as a top comment or whatever. It just keeps happening. What do you say good? That's just so fucking weird. That's so weird. It's odd.
every single human being on the planet that has been cursed with United health insurance coverage feels that the experience has only gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse as you have made more and more and more and more and more and more doubloons off of denying claims. Hey, real quick, Andrew, can you go ahead and put on your reading glasses and take a peek at this for?
Okay, then you'd be okay with me saying it. If your dad gets promoted tomorrow to CEO of whatever company he works at, I hope he gets shot. Is that what you're saying? Is that the correct take? If your family or loved one gets promoted to the next step in their life in their corporate ladder, well, I hope that they get injured by somebody else's hand. Is that a current fucking thing that we're doing now? Okay. Yeah.
For me, look at this chart and tell me exactly whose experience has been getting better, because it's not the normal American that has to have health insurance. It seems more like it might just be United Health Group itself. I'll quickly take a moment to play in the pig pen and tackle the most brain dead that are trying to justify or defend the health insurance companies. Like, I couldn't imagine anything more pathetic than doing free PR for health insurance of all things, but there are those absolute worms out there doing that in the trenches right now.
Oh, no. Why, me? What is it?
Play in the pig pen. Or like it might just be United Health Group itself. I'll quickly take a moment to play in the pigpen and tackle the most brain dead that are trying to justify or defend the health insurance companies. Like, I couldn't imagine anything more pathetic than doing free PR for health.
Oh, when did I do that? When did I do that? I never did that. What are you doing, guys? Defending whom? What did that defend? I said as a concept, we shouldn't celebrate people getting fucking murdered and facilitating other people being murdered because we don't want to grade them in a position in some company. Like, what?
Health insurance of all things, but there are those absolute worms out there doing that in the trenches right now. I see a lot of people making the comparison that a health insurance provider denying a claim is not the same as killing someone. It's fundamentally doing that. If someone's coming to their health insurance that they
Nope. Okay. That's when I'll disagree 100%. Then that's where I will 100% disagree.
they've been paying for how many years, and they are looking for coverage for a very expensive medical procedure, and they say no, and that person dies because they no longer could afford that medical procedure that would have saved their life, then that is the insurance provider fundamentally killing that person. And the comparison that some of the pseudo-intellectual enlightened super dweebs on Twitter are comparing it to is saying like, oh, well, if someone needs a kidney and you're not on the kidney donor list, so you don't give them a kidney, did you murder that person? Shouldn't even really need to explain why that's absolute dog shit, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Was that person paying you for years and years with the sole purpose of you donating that kidney to them should they need it? Probably not. They weren't a client or anything like that. Like, not being a kidney donor is completely different than being a health insurance provider who is paid for a sole task, and then they do everything they can to not do that task. And then when someone dies as a result of their refusal...
My Chipotle example wasn't a whataboutism. What it did is just showcase an example of like when you do this a pattern of celebrating that, right? Not just not saying, oh, this is better, just celebrating it. You're gonna have copycats. And people are gonna replicate that because they want to replicate the same result. And in a lot of instances, all of them, it's brain dead. Can you really say that every CEO is bad out there and everybody that is at the top of a company is a bad person? Not really.
To do that task they have been paid for, that is the health insurance provider.
Okay, you're saying yes? Okay, you're broke. You're broke as fuck. You will never get out of it. Okay, you are absolutely fucking miserable. You're a fucking loser.
Having a big hand in that person's demise. Another pretty obvious difference here is that giving a kidney is an extremely big deal. Like, that is a risky thing to the person.
You would sell your own mother to climb the corporate ladder because you don't have the opportunity to. Anybody else that does, you want to kill them. It's fucking cringe. It's fucking weird. It's out of place. It's not even close to reality. You're fucking weird.
Who does it, whereas in health insurance, the only risk in paying for someone's medical procedure is that your shareholders might not get as many millions of dollars because now you might actually have to start doing what people are paying you for. If there is a chance that United Health paying for a medical procedure means they can't afford to pay for someone else's, then they shouldn't be in business in the fucking first place. It means they're trash at what they're supposed to be doing. They're being paid by everyone to do this task of covering their medical procedures when they need it. And if they can't afford to do that, they should not be around.
There was nobody who did more to try and advance that mission than Brian Thompson. And there are very few people in the history of the US healthcare industry who had a bigger positive effect on American healthcare than Brian.
Hey, come back to reality. Andrew, we're losing you. You're fading into Narnia right now. What are you talking about, man? Making tens of millions of dollars at a company that leads the nation in denied health insurance claims is not pushing the industry in any positive direction for normal.
Okay, generally we can't know this. We have no evidence of any of this. We cannot make assumptions about this. This is what
all Americans, man.
Like,
and we are going to make sure that we not only
I've been having this lately, man.
and honor that legacy.
When I do this,
Brian, but we'll continue.
Well, we know.
That's right.
We
are going to be pushing
my muscles
for
in my neck,
50%
they
denied
get
claims
tension.
next year in
They
honor
get
of this
semi-cramped. It's not a
It's
bad
a lofty
cramp like
goal,
you get
but
in your
I think
leg.
we can deny even more claims come 2025.
I feel it, you know?
So mark your calendars. 2025
Like here,
is United's year.
right here.
We're making history.
Or here.
Half of all claims will
this
be
area.
denied. Mark my words. Like, this isn't something to get excited about, man. The mission has just been growing your profits while denying more claims.
Man.
So you proudly announcing that you're going to be continuing that mission is about as painful as...
My fucking god. What is going on?
Whereas the increasing rates of prior authorization denials, prompt investigation by public United States Senate investigation as a stain on Thompson's time and leadership fortune. The Senate published for example, period denials disabled. And it is going to reveal that he became CEO in 2022 with denial had increased to 27%. This is the one average. I can't read for shit. Is that bad? Is that bad? That's bad? Okay.
Is you coming out and saying that you're going to continue waterboarding me. Like, why would I be pumping my fist about that? The only one that gets excited there is your shareholders.
Our role is a critical role, and we make sure that care is safe, appropriate, and is delivered when people need it. And we guard against the pressures that exist for unsafe care or for unnecessary care to be delivered in a way which makes the whole system too complex and ultimately unsustainable.
What is sustainable, though, is all of that growth United keeps experiencing. That's what really
Brendan,
matters.
yeah.
We need to make sure that is sustained. This is garbage, man. This is actual just baloney. He's just blabbering about nothing. It's a yappuccino trying to spin this as like them trying to do something good. It's not. What Andrew and his company deem unnecessary care is completely unreasonable oftentimes, where it is very necessary for the patient to stay alive. Well, we denied this claim because we felt it was unnecessary, because we did a cost-benefit analysis and we concluded that the patient was going to die in 60 years anyway, so what's really the point in spending all this money to keep them alive now when they're just going to kick the bucket in, you know, a couple of decades?
So we're going to continue to make...
Guys, I have to hold my values up to what they are, okay? I think you can have both. You can have both. You can say that this is dog shit, fuck these people, whatever. You can still say murdering somebody is not a good thing. It's ultimately not a good thing. Okay? What happens then? Next CEO comes in, has way better security, doesn't get murdered, and yet the denial rate goes up 15%, and your mother fucking dies in this shit. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. Now, like, what happens then?
Make that case. We will continue to do the work we do. And I have never been more proud of this company and our colleagues and what this company does on behalf of people in need across the country.
You would really think, with what happened here, someone like Andrew, and I don't believe that he's even really human anymore. I believe he has sold his soul many, many years ago and is just this hollow husk that's only filled with money. But you would still think at some point the neurons would fire in his noodle and he'd see this response and be like, that mission, you know, about helping people, kind of failed at that, didn't we? Maybe we should do something different. But he hasn't even had that realization. Or maybe he has and he just doesn't care, which is the more likely explanation. But you would just truly think that the reality would set in like, oh, people fucking hate us. People are awake to how exploitative we are and how we are actively making their lives harder.
I encourage you to tune out that critical noise that we're hearing right now. It does not reflect reality. It is simply a sign of an era in which we live.
Guys, I hate clicking on fucking on clickbait chat. Is this real?
Yeah, that's Leafy's here.
The guy's name is Luigi.
It's Leafy is here. Same eyes, same eyebrows, hiding his chin. Of course, it's
thing
Leafy.
Entirely than that. I thought it was two different people. So why do people keep looking at like this guy as something when it's not even this guy? I don't get it. It's not even the same guy. No. Guys, is it the same guy?
Oh, it looks like the same guy, yeah.
Guys,
what?
is it him?
That looks a lot like the same guy, yeah.
Backpack Championship Deluxe.
Interesting, yeah. Oh, look, is this live? Holy shit, hold on. Jeez. That's it.
Hey, he just walked in the courthouse. You're in the back of the courthouse on my way up. Oh, okay. I just got the guy walking in. I'm gonna come break down and come inside and see if I can do the press conference now.
You disappointed trying to get anyone, even unrelated. No. But that sounds brain dead. I don't know why you didn't say that.
This is not 180,
Person of interest, whether
this is not 180. Look at the chat. I can barely read the fucking chat.
That is remotely of interest. Like they wouldn't fucking do all that if they didn't have at least a good amount of information. That sounds like a disaster to do otherwise.
Shut up. Man, I'm fucking mad. I hate this. I hate this. I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my channel. I hate Twitch. I hate YouTube. I hate Kick. No, I don't hate Kick. Kick is pretty cool though. It's just a if you want to stream on Kick, that's a dead end. Don't even start. You can only stream on Kick if you're retired. Right, and that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm retired, sure, I'll retire for Kick. Nothing more, you know. My wife came out as asexual, and that's why we don't smash. So I said, how can you be asexual and not smash? If you're asexual, then you smash, right? I think everybody is asexual, but no. What percentage of your country is outside of Europe?
25, 3 years out of college. I was extremely lucky to have a grandfather that paid for my college.
What?
And I was extremely stupid by
Turkey,
majoring in philosophy.
92%. It's because there's 8%
I want to go back
in
to school
Thrace.
for finance and actually start
Russia,
an actual career.
70,
I don't want to go into debt.
76%.
I'm 25, 3 years
Because
out
of
of
Siberia.
college. I was extremely
Let's
lucky
see.
to have a grandfather that paid for
Next
my college.
is
And I was extremely
France,
stupid by majoring in
18%.
philosophy.
No. Netherlands, 25%.
I want to go back to school for finance and actually
That's
start
just
an
because of
actual
a few
career.
islands. And Netherlands is tiny, so the islands are massive in comparison.
I'm 25,
Then
3 years out of
France is
college.
18. They
I was
have
extremely
Guyana.
lucky to have a grandfather
and,
that paid for my college, and I was extremely
some
stupid
islands,
by majoring in philosophy.
Then Britain.
I want to go back to school for finance and actually
0.07%.
start an actual
Also
career.
just because of islands, and Britain is not too
I
big.
don't want to go into debt. I'm 25,
Then is Greece.
3 years out
Oh
of
no,
college.
it's Portugal. I
I
can't
was
read
extremely
it though.
lucky
I
to have
think
a
it's 0.8.
grandfather that paid for my
0.08.
college, and
Also
I was
islands.
extremely
Azores,
stupid by
you know.
majoring in philosophy.
Then is Greece. Probably some island in the Middle
I want
East.
to go back to school for finance.
Like I'm
and
pretty sure
actually start
Cyprus
an actual
is
career,
Middle East,
but
right?
I don't
No,
want
it
to
says
go
it's
into
only
debt.
Europe. But
I'm 25.
I consider
3
Cyprus to
years
be
out of
Middle East.
college.
Greece
I
probably
was
has
extremely lucky to have a
some islands
grandfather that paid
that's
for my
technically in the
college,
Middle East or Africa.
and I was extremely stupid
Then
by majoring in philosophy.
Spain is again just like Portugal. Some
I want to go
islands.
back to school for finance and actually start an actual
Denmark.
career.
Some
but
islands. I think
don't want to go into
they have
debt.
some islands in the
I'm
Arctic
25,
that are maybe
3 years out of college.
an A.
I was
And then it's
extremely lucky to
Italy,
have a
which
grandfather that
I
paid
know
for my
for a
college,
fact has one
and I was
fishing island
extremely
or two
stupid by
fishing islands that
majoring
are
in
very
philosophy.
small. With like 1,000 people that
I want to
fish.
go back to school for finance and actually.
Shut up, man. How do you
The
become
victims
a victim
of female bullying
bullying?
aren't even aware that they are victims. They're made to feel stupid. They're made to feel at fault because there's no direct form of aggression.
Yeah, I'm not a
It's
victim of
oftentimes
female
very
bullying.
group-based. So the
Because I
person
haven't
won't
talked
do
to a
something
woman in
to
5
you. They
years.
will say, oh, it is the group
4.
that is doing this to you. It's not
Except my mom,
me.
of
It
course,
is
but my mom
all of
doesn't bully
us.
me.
And
not
sometimes what
loving.
happens is you don't have a single bully. You have
And
2 or
my,
3 girls
no,
in a
that's
group of
basically it, yeah.
girls that dislike you. And they will work in concert. And since one of them doesn't invite you to this, you know what would be hilarious if we didn't invite this person to both of our parties? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Oh my God, that's such a great idea for a joke. And then a third
Are you
girl, someone in the
crazy?
group